Follow all the exciting action of St. Louis Blues hockey this season. If you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is being there listening here on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. Your radio home for the St. Louis Blues.
Where are you going, little bit?
Well, Grandpa, we've got new calves on the ground, and we need them to gain at a rate that will get them to the sale barn at the right time.
Now, where'd you learn that?
The MFA guy's been answering a bunch of Dad's questions.
I used to be the one asking those questions. One thing's the same, though. MFA's been a whole farm solution the whole time.
And when I grow up, I'll know who to ask, too.
MFA, your whole farm solution.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your noon hour weather forecast. First of all, I want to make sure you're aware that we are under a flood watch, and that watch will remain in effect through Saturday evening. Now, our forecast for today, showers are likely mainly after 3 this afternoon. Our chance of precipitation today is 70%, and new rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch are possible. We'll have cloudy skies with temperature falling to around 52 degrees by 5 this afternoon. Northwesterly winds will be 7 to 11 miles per hour, becoming northeasterly this afternoon, and winds could gust as high as 20 miles per hour. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms before 4 a.m., then a slight chance of showers between 4 and 5. Chance of precipitation for tonight is 80%, and new rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch are possible, except if you happen to be in one of those thunderstorms. It's always possible you'll receive higher amounts. Low tonight will be around 47 with northeasterly winds 7 to 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 23 miles per hour. Showers are likely tomorrow, then showers and possibly a thunderstorm after 10 tomorrow morning. Some of the storms tomorrow could produce heavy rainfall with a chance of precipitation at 100%. New rainfall amounts between 1 and 2 inches are possible with a high temperature near 64 degrees. We'll have easterly winds 7 to 9 miles per hour, and our wind chill value early tomorrow morning will be as low as 45 degrees. Then tomorrow night, showers and possibly a thunderstorm. Some of the storms tomorrow night could produce heavy rainfall. Our chance of precipitation is 100%, and new rainfall amounts between 2 and 3 inches are possible. Our low temperature will be around 46 with southeasterly winds around 8 miles per hour, becoming northwesterly after midnight. Winds could gust as high as 18 miles per hour. Saturday, we expect showers. In fact, the chance of precipitation on Saturday is 100%, and new rainfall amounts between 1 and 2 inches are possible Saturday. High temperature will be near 54 with north winds 8 to 14 miles per hour with gusts as high as 26 miles per hour. Showers are likely Saturday night with a chance of precipitation at 70%. We'll have cloudy skies with a low temperature around 34 degrees. Then Sunday, we have a 30% chance of showers up until around 1 in the afternoon with partly sunny skies and a high near 51 degrees. Sunday night, widespread frost, mainly after 3 a.m. We'll have mostly clear skies, low temperature around 30 degrees. Then Monday, widespread frost, mainly before 8 a.m. Will be sunny on Monday with a high temperature near 59. Then Monday night, widespread frost, mainly after 2 a.m., with mostly clear skies and low temperature around 26 degrees. Tuesday, we expect widespread frost with sunny skies and a high near 58. Then the areas of frost are in the forecast for Tuesday night with partly cloudy skies and low around 35 degrees. And Wednesday, areas of frost with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 64 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it is now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Hey, it's Fitz, the guy who plays the hits from the Country Top 40. Join me this weekend to see if Cody Johnson and Carrie Underwood can make it 3 weeks at number 1 with I'm Gonna Love You. Anything can happen. I'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
Do you know who some of the most avid readers of Cardinals Magazine are? It's Cardinal alumni. Our former players tell me time and again that Cardinals Magazine is one of their favorite ways to stay connected to the birds on the bat.
And you know, Ricky, I've heard the same thing. They feel like they're still coming to the ballpark each day when they're enjoying the impressive lineup of feature stories in every issue of Cardinals Magazine.
Cardinals Magazine helps you really get to know the current players, not only their stories in uniform, but who they are off the field and how they got to where they are.
And it doesn't stop with the stories on current players. No one does a better job giving fans a truer picture of everything happening on the field, inside the ballpark, and all over Cardinals Nation. Even stories on our Cardinals alumni.
Join our former players who enjoy the classic coverage of Cardinals Magazine. Subscribe for yourself and your favorite fan at cardinals.com/magazine or 314-345-9000.
Cardinals Magazine. It's all here.
Direct cash cattle trade activity is picking up, and cash hogs are lower at midday. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report, brought to you by Propane. The Propane Farm Research Program offers compensation for using propane equipment. More information is available at propane.com/PFRP. Direct cash cattle trade activity is starting to improve. A few bids have surfaced at $208 to $212 live. Some bids have surfaced in Nebraska at $335, with a regional at $345 dressed. Asking prices are around $212 live in the south, while the north remains quiet. Look for packer inquiry to improve as the day progresses. There were a handful of deals that took place in parts of Texas Wednesday at $210, but it wasn't enough business to establish an accurate price trend for the week. At the Bassett Livestock Auction in Nebraska, compared to 2 weeks ago, steers and heifers less than 800 pounds sold $5 to $9 higher. The USDA says demand was good from start to finish. Feeder supply included 60% steers. Medium and large one feeder steer 617 to 645 pounds brought $353.50 to $372.50. Feeder steer 702 to 742 pounds brought $310 to $337.50. Medium and large one feeder heifers 602 to 639 pounds brought $313.50 to $330.50. Box beef was mixed at midday with light to moderate demand for light offerings. Choice was up 43 cents at $340.33. Select was 2 ticks lower at $318.81. Cash hogs are lower at midday with fairly light negotiated purchases. There is a lot of uncertainty in the market right now as the Trump administration laid out its tariff plan Wednesday. Not only could increasing tariffs raise costs and tighten consumer spending, it could also lower the value of hogs for producers. Tariffs also could have been a contributing factor to a buy-up from global customers as export sales for the week hit a marketing year high. Barrels and gilts at the National Daily Direct were down $1.62 with a weighted average of 87.34. No comparisons at the Iowa, Minnesota, or the Western Corn Belt, but weighted averages of 87.41. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets are $1 higher at $58. And pork values were weak at midday, down 13 cents at $93.57. Bellies were sharply lower. I'm Megan Grebner, Brownfield Ag News.
This spotlight on soybeans is brought to you by Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff. Missouri Soybeans Market Development Director Matt Amick says Missouri Partnership bringing a beef plant and Beck's soybean seed processing to the state involved valuable collaboration among Missouri commodity interests.
Not only is Missouri a good business climate, but the ag industry is aligned and united and hungry for new opportunities to come to the state and grow our ag industry.
Amick says the goal of working with what's called the Yield Partnership is to boost demand for Missouri-raised commodities.
If it's livestock processing, that means more feed's going to be needed. If it's food and beverage, there's a commodity piece. Jobs and economic impact are important, but we really want to enhance commodity utilization in the state.
Learn more online at mosoy.org and on the Spotlight podcast from Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Carter Vollner, formerly of Salem, passed away March 28th at the age of 93 years. Funeral services for Carter Vollner will be this evening at 6 o'clock at the Curtiz South County Chapel in St. Louis. Visitation for family and friends of Carter Vollner will begin at the chapel at 3 o'clock this afternoon and continue till service time. A committal service with full military honors will be at 11:30 in the morning, Friday, April 4th, at the Meyer Cemetery in Oates, Missouri. And all arrangements for Carter Vollner, formerly of Salem, are under the direction of the Curtiz Chapel in St. Louis. Virgil Lee Pax, age 80 of Salem, passed away Sunday, March 30th. Funeral services for Virgil Pax will be Friday morning at 11 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Virgil Pax will be starting at 5 o'clock this afternoon and continue till 7 this evening at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Burial with military honors will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. And all arrangements for Virgil Lee Pax of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Charles Lewis Fuhring of St. James passed away Tuesday, April 1st, at the age of 96 years. Funeral services for Charles Fuhring will be Friday at 12 noon at the St. James Chapel of James Gar Mortuary. Visitation will also be on Friday at the St. James Chapel of James and Gar, starting at 10 a.m. and continuing till service time at 12 noon. There will be a Masonic service at 11:30. Entry will be at the St. James Cemetery. And all arrangements for Charles Lewis Fuhring of St. James are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of St. James. Kathy Baker of Cuba, Missouri, formerly of Davisville, passed away Monday, March 31st, at the age of 93 years. Funeral services for Kathy Baker will be Friday at 2 in the afternoon at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville, with visitation for family and friends of Kathy Baker also on Friday from 11 in the morning till service time at 2 o'clock. Entry will be at the Davisville Cemetery, Davisville, Missouri. And all arrangements for Kathy Baker, formerly of Davisville, are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The National Weather Service has forecast a severe weather event moving through Missouri over the next few days. These storm systems could result in 6 to 15 inches of precipitation over parts of the state. Forest Service personnel are preparing for the event and will be closely monitoring the water levels of local creeks and rivers as the storms move into and through the area. Predictions also include a chance of high winds and hail. Please stay tuned to KSMO for timely and accurate local weather conditions and updates. On the Houston-Rolla Creek Ranger District, you can expect Stone Hill near Fort Leonard Wood That's Stone Mill, near Fort Leonard Wood to be impacted by higher water levels, so it will be temporarily closed. Forest Service personnel will monitor recreation sites, roads, trails, and other infrastructure over the coming days and will alert the public if any additional closures need to occur from storm damage or flooding. The primary concern for everyone at Mark Twain National Forest is public safety, so please stay alert. Do not drive through moving water, as just a few inches can carry a vehicle downstream with it, and many areas do not have cell phone service to call for help. An accident occurred in Crawford County Tuesday morning at 1025 on Route BB just north of Vance Lane. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2008 Chevrolet Malibu, driven southbound by an 18-year-old man from Steelville, traveled off the right side of the roadway, then overcorrected and went off the left side of the roadway where the Malibu struck a ditch. The man suffered serious injuries and was transported by the Steelville ambulance to the Missouri Baptist Hospital in Sullivan. The report stated the man was wearing a seat restraint at the time of the accident. The Chevy was totaled and removed from the scene by Miles & Sons Towing. If you're planning to attend the Healthy Dent County's non-newlywed game fundraiser Friday night at the Salem Community Center at the Armory and haven't gotten your tickets or reserved a table yet, there is still time. There are still 5 tables remaining for a $300 donation, which includes reserved seating and light refreshments. And there are a limited number of individual seats for $25 that will be available at the door. It is a couple versus couple in this hilarious version of the classic game show where you will discover just how much our couples know or don't know about their spouses. 4 local married couples have been selected to play the game, including Austin and Julia Wolf, Cameron and April Greener, Zach and Mary Moser, and Dylan and Kayla Cisco. These couples have graciously volunteered their time to play this fun game and entertain the audience. Don't miss this fun event. Get your tickets now by calling 573-729-8163 or drop in by the Salem Community Center Armory at 1200 West Rolla Road right here in Salem. Doors will open before the game at 5:30 with the fun beginning Friday night at 6:30. The Dent County Prosecutor's Office has issued a notice to all deer and turkey hunters for this season. Whether using a traditional paper permit or the Missouri Hunting app, hunters must notch their permit immediately after harvesting a deer or turkey and then telecheck their harvest. To notch a paper permit, the hunter should tear a small notch in the month and day of the harvest on the permit. To notch a permit using the Mo Hunting app, hunters should select the permit they wish to use from the list in the app and follow the short prompts on the screen. Once the permit is notched, the hunters may transport their deer or turkey within Missouri. Carcass movement regulations apply in CWD management zone counties. As long as hunters stay with their harvested game, they don't need to tag it. But if they leave their deer or turkey, they must attach a tag. Hunters with paper permits can simply attach their notched permit to the deer or turkey. It is recommended to seal the permit in a zip-top bag and attach the bag with a string, wire, or tape. Hunters using a Mo Hunting app must attach a label with their full name, address, permit number, and date of harvest to the deer or turkey. All deer or turkey must be telechecked by 10 p.m. on the day of harvest, before processing the deer or before leaving the state, whichever comes first. After the deer or turkey has been telechecked, it may be processed, stored, or transported by anyone as long as it is labeled with the hunter's full name, address, date taken, and telecheck confirmation number. The Merrimack Regional Community Foundation, also referred to as MRCF, is an outgrowth of the Merrimack Regional Planning Commission and is an affiliate of the Community Foundation of the Ozarks in Springfield. The regional affiliate was formed in 2010. Its 12-member board includes representation from each of the 8 Merrimack counties and from MRPC. Jared Nider of Gasconade County serves as chairman of MRCF. Recently, board vacancies were filled in Crawford, Dent, and Phelps counties. Roger Louderman of Bourbon will serve on the Crawford County representative. Ray Walden of Salem will fill the open Dent County slot, and Phelps County Associate Commissioner Sherry Stites will represent Phelps County on the board. Currently, MRCF has 50 funds totaling over $4.4 million. The Community Foundation of the Ozarks is a public foundation serving the Missouri Ozarks. The foundation's mission is to enhance the quality of life in the region through resource development, community grant-making, collaborations, and public leadership. Formed in 1973, the Community Foundation of the Ozarks has since grown to include 55 affiliate community foundations and more than 3,500 charitable funds totaling approximately $526 million in assets as of March of 2025. MRCF was the first affiliate fund in 2010. The MRPC, in addition to establishing the regional foundation and providing the initial investment to create a grant program, provides staff support to MRCF. For more information about MRCF, contact Bonnie Prigge at bprigge, that's B-P-R-I-G-G-E, at merrimackregion.org, or you can call 573-265-2993. Missouri State Fair Director Jason Moore announced today that 62 youth selected from Missouri 4-H and FFA State Fair exhibitors will be awarded scholarships by the Missouri State Fair and Youth and Agriculture Committee. These students are seeking higher education at a university or college of their choice and will be recognized on April 24th during the annual State FFA Convention in Columbia. Scholarship applicants were evaluated in a variety of areas, including Missouri State Fair participation, grade point average, community involvement, and leadership roles. Since 1992, the Youth and Agriculture Committee has now awarded 941 scholarships totaling $1,190,250. The scholarships are funded through the generosity of Youth and Agriculture sponsors and buyers of the livestock sold during the annual Sale of Champions, and the sponsors and buyers list is available online. A portion of each animal's total sale value is allocated to the scholarship fund. Chosen to receive a $1,750 scholarship sponsored by Youth and Agriculture supporters is Raymond Cunningham of Salem. The Youth and Agriculture Committee is comprised of volunteers from across the state who work throughout the year to raise funds for the annual Sale of Champions, auction, and scholarships. Our congratulations go out to Ray Cunningham. Warmer weather usually means an increase in outside projects that may require digging or excavation work. If you're building a deck, planting a tree, or completing a large project, Missouri law requires anyone digging underground to notify Missouri 811 by calling 811 or placing a locate request online at www.missouri-811.org before any excavation begins. The call will be taken by the Missouri 811 call center, which then notifies all relevant utilities in the project area. Once Missouri 811 is notified, utility companies will mark the appropriate location of their underground lines, request additional information, or advise you that they do not have facilities at the excavation site. Hitting an underground line can cause serious injury. It could disrupt service to you and other customers, and it could potentially result in heavy fines and repair costs. Don't forget, it is very important to contact Missouri-811 by dialing 811 or go online at www.missouri811.org to place a locate request before starting to dig so underground utility lines can be marked. By doing so, citizens will help protect yourself, your family, and your property by making sure you call or click before you dig. Call before you dig. It's free and it's the law. And if you need more information, please go to Missouri 811 at www.missouri-811.org. And that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU's Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Are you a renter that has always dreamed of owning your own home but aren't sure where to start? Town & Country Bank can help. With our local lending team, Town & Country Bank has been helping renters make their dreams come true by giving them the tools they need to own their very own home. I'm Andrew Wynn with Town & Country Bank. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank, smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 899641.
Do you have a black vulture issue on your farm? Apply for a depredation permit through the Missouri Farm Bureau today. It's free, quick, and easy. Simply call Missouri Farm Bureau at 573-893-1417 or send an email to blackvultures@mofb.org. That's blackvultures@mofb.org. Farm Bureau will send you a permit application to fill in and sign, and you'll be able to reduce black vulture threats in no time. For more information, visit agriculture.mo.gov.
It's officially home buying season and the market is heating up. Buying a home is a huge decision and where to get your home loan is just as important. Don't buy your home without checking into Riverways Federal Credit Union's great rates and service. Riverways is not for profit and has more ways to say yes, and you can apply in less than 5 minutes. Need a pre-approval to help seal the deal? We've got you covered. Get started at Riverways FCU today. Riverways Federal Credit Union, located in Rolla, Salem, and Cuba.
At the Missouri Department of Agriculture, they know protecting your livestock is a top priority, especially when black vultures are involved. Use the following tips to keep these pests away. Pen birthing animals near human activity. Remove roosting locations such as dead trees and abandoned barns, and scare vultures away with loud noises. Visit agriculture.mo.gov for more tips. There are plenty of mitigation options available. Get help today at agriculture.mo.gov.
Here at KSMO, it's now time to take a look at local and regional sports being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. Well, the Salem Tiger tennis team matches with Houston and Willow Springs scheduled for Thursday were postponed and rescheduled for April 18th. That was scheduled for today, and it's postponed till April 18th. The Tigers will be off until Monday when they host Waynesville at the Salem City Park at 4 o'clock. The Salem Tiger baseball game with Potosi scheduled for today has been postponed and no makeup date has been set. The Tigers are scheduled to play in St. James Friday at 4:30, and we'll keep you postponed on the progress or possibilities of that game. That game will not be carried on KSMO radio due to prior commitments. The Salem Lady Softball Tigers game with Ava has been postponed and no makeup date has been announced. The Salem track team scheduled to be in competition at Rolla for Friday. That's been canceled and no makeup date has been announced. We'll keep you updated and up on those cancellations as we go throughout today and tomorrow, and this rainy weather's ahead. But let's look at what's going to happen for sure. The St. Louis Blues, they're back at home on the ice tonight against the Pittsburgh Penguins. The last time the Blues and Penguins played, it was March 13th when Pittsburgh defeated St. Louis by a score of 5-3. The Blues have not lost a game since that point in time. You can listen to the game tonight live on KSMO Radio with coverage beginning at 6:30. The St. Louis Cardinals wrapped up their series with the LA Angels yesterday. The two teams battled back and forth until the bottom of the eighth when the Cardinals blew the game wide open with a 7-run inning, defeating the Angels by a score of 12-5 and taking the series 2-1. Ivan Herrera had himself a day by hitting 3 home runs and accounted for 6 RBIs. The Cardinals' next game will be Friday afternoon against the Boston Red Sox. You can listen to that game live right here on KSMO Radio with coverage starting at 12:15. Kansas City Royals went into extra innings in their game versus the Milwaukee Brewers yesterday afternoon, but it was Bryce Turang single that allowed the Brewers' Oliver Dunn to score, defeating the Royals by a score of 3-2. The Royals have the day off today. And that's been the latest on local and regional sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. It's never been done by a Cardinals catcher.
Swing and a drive. Herrera ambushes. Did he keep that fair? He did. A solo home run ties our game. Swing and a
FanDuel Sports Network, Ivan Herrera, 3 home runs. He drove in 6. And the Cardinals beat the Angels 12-5 thanks to a 7-run 8th inning that broke a 5-5 tie. Cardinals are off with their 4-2 record. They'll be in Boston tomorrow. The Royals were knocked off in an extra inning game in the series finale against the Brewers. Kansas City lost 3-2 in 11. The Brewers scoring the winning run on a bunt. Royals were ready for it. It was well executed. A bunt that dribbled down the first base line. Matt Quattrero agrees.
You lose, you lose. It doesn't matter how you lose. We knew he was going to bunt. That's why we didn't intentionally walk or tease. It's hard to defend that. If you execute it, there's nothing you can do.
Royals at home. They'll host the Orioles tomorrow night. The Blues go for their 11th win in a row when they host the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight.
We're just trying to take one game at a time, just trying to, keep our identity going and keep building here.
Jordan Kyrou has 8 goals and 5 assists during this win streak. A win tonight would match the Blues' franchise best 11-game win streak. They set that during their Stanley Cup championship run, and a win tonight would set a Blues record for 10 straight home wins. The game starts at 7.
Missouri to inbound. Can they convert? Leading by 13. Just over 8 to play as Mitchell takes it. Hands to Grill. Curls 17-footer off the catch. Good. Grill is having a game.
How good is this kid? Folks, enjoy him because he is amazing.
Mike Kelly, Chris Trevino on the Tiger Network from Learfield. Caleb Grill invited to take part in the Final Four 3-point contest tonight. You can watch it on ESPN at 6. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Every year, millions of pets go missing, leaving families heartbroken. If you lose or find a pet, Petco Love Lost is here to help. Our free, easy-to-use platform uses photo matching technology across multiple media platforms to bring lost pets home. Just upload a photo and quickly search the largest national lost and found pet database. Let's unite to reunite, because every lost pet deserves to find their way home. Register today at petcolovelost.org.
Are you looking for an easy way to get a daily detox? Pharmacist, best-selling author, and nutrition expert Sherry Torkos explains why Active Liver is the perfect solution.
As a health expert, I'm often asked how to support the liver's natural detoxification process and offset the effects of fatty foods, sugar, and alcohol. I recommend Active Liver by New Nordic.
Active Liver is the perfect way to get an easy daily detox to keep you healthy and feeling your best. You can find Active Liver in the vitamin aisle at your local CVS or online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
Stay tuned to KSMO. I've got news from the Missouri Net coming up in 1 minute, and that'll be followed by your latest KSMO weather forecast after the top of the 1 o'clock hour.
Protect your livestock from black vultures. Get your depredation permit from Missouri Farm Bureau. Davin Altoff tells us how.
So if a producer sees a black vulture on their farm, reach out to us at Missouri Farm Bureau. There's 2 ways that a producer can reach us: blackvultures@mofb.org or 573-893-1417. That means they have the ability to take up to 10 black vultures.
The permit process is free, quick, and easy. Find out more at agriculture.mo.gov.
What's up, y'all? It's Fitz from the Country Top 40, and if you missed us last weekend, it was Cody Johnson and Carrie Underwood celebrating their second week at #1 with I'm Gonna Love You. And Cody and Carrie are definitely looking to triple down this weekend, but you got Low Cash and Dylan Scott right behind them. Anything can happen. So I'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
Missouri Net News, I'm Dale Forbes. Missouri's Eric Schmidt was among several U.S. senators asking questions of Boeing CEO Kelly Ortberg. He testified this week before the Senate Commerce Committee on the aerospace company's efforts to improve manufacturing and safety standards. During that hearing, Schmidt also said he couldn't be more thrilled that Boeing landed a $20 billion contract to build the F-47 fighter jet, with much of that work taking place in St. Louis County.
Thousands of jobs. I know everyone is very excited about that, not just for our country, but in Missouri.
Well, first of all, this contract award is very, very, very important to the Boeing company. In fact, I'm going to St. Louis tonight to go congratulate the team on this very, very large win.
The Red Cross has opened a shelter in southeast Missouri's Delta to help tornado victims. The National Weather Service has confirmed 3 tornadoes that plowed through Missouri Wednesday. This is Missouri Net.
Day 1. The